Hey everybody, it's B Diz, the rock star part of SuperObvious. In this video, I'm talking about why horror movies are the best. Let's go. I've been watching horror / scary movies since I was a kid, and to me, they have always been the best. Horror movies are better than comedies, way better than romance movies, and better than action movies. A lot of the time, even bad horror movies are better than all those other genres. A lot of viewers that know a whole lot about nothing think it's not horror if it doesn't include slashers like Jason, Michael, or Freddy, which is completely false. As far as genre, there are mainly 4 types of horror, including killers, monsters, paranormal, and psychological. As far as killers, I'm huge on the Friday the 13th franchise. That's like my favorite. I also really like Halloween, the Texas Chainsaw movies, and all the Scream movies. Of course, some more than others. As far as monsters, The Relic is one of my favorites. Of course, I like movies like The Thing, which is a classic. I also like The Descent, The Quiet Place movies. I know I'll probably get crap for this, but I've never been big on the Alien franchise, but I do like the first Alien vs Predator movie, even though it was considered not to be that great by movie buffs. Signs is an alien invasion movie that's said to have one of the biggest jump scares in film history, especially at the time of its release. I like all the Jaws movies except for the third one because that one was trash. The first Anaconda movie is awesome and a classic. Deep Blue Sea was a great movie overall, even though I feel like it doesn't get enough credit for what it is. The Shallows was surprisingly great and probably the best shark movie I had seen in a while. The Meg was kind of okay, I guess. The first Lake Placid movie is something that I still think is really good. And the movie Crawl was an awesome crocodile horror movie that is worth checking out if you haven't seen it already. As far as paranormal, I pretty much like my viewing experience for all the Paranormal Activity movies, even with certain ones viewers may not have liked. Pretty much all possession movies, including The Possession of Emily Rose, all of the Conjuring movies are pretty good. I like the Amityville movies, the Insidious movies, and of course, The Exorcist. I think these are all more scary if you think about how it would be if you were around someone while this was happening, especially if it was somebody you cared about. We have the found footage style movies, such as the first Blair Witch, if you admit it or not, pretty much created the subgenre of scary movies, which has been the base of so many movies including VHS, Record, Quarantine, and Cloverfield, and others, which are all movies I liked with the visual presentation being not Hollywood quality with a shaky cam and everything. For the most part, it makes me deeper in the viewing experience because it feels like you were there while someone is trying to record everything while all this crazy chaos is going on with people just dying left and right. Of course, there have been movies that tried to cash in and milk this kind of genre and completely sucks. As far as the torture / gore porn movies, Saw is my favorite horror franchise for sure, especially with the story, and I really hope they keep making these movies because they are awesome. The Hostel movies are pretty okay. They also have the Collector movies, which is gore porn for sure, but that's really all it is, with no real story depth or development, which to me is pretty much trash. Besides Saw, I'd say that Seven is definitely one of my favorites. Some of the psychological horror movies I like include The Silence of the Lambs, which is a classic. American Psycho is one of my favorite movies ever. I can quote almost all of that movie, and it's also funny as hell if you have that sick sense of humor. There's a movie called Incident in a Ghostland that messes with your head so much it's almost too emotionally intense to watch. Some of the home invasion movies I like include Panic Room, which to me is a classic that I'd be down to watch right now. Hush was a good one with a female who can see but not hear. See for Me was another home invasion movie of a woman who can hear but not see. I also like both the Strangers movies as well as both Don't Breathe movies. And I like all of the Purge movies, I don't care what nobody says. Also, the TV show is great too. Of course, there are so many other movies within these genres and even genres within genres, but this was some of my favorite horror movies and franchises that I liked. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite horror movies are, like and share the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.